Yoga is a darshana, and darshana means a way of seeing. This word can also be translated as a school of philosophy, but the school of philosophy that is yoga is the practical school of Indian philosophy. And it's a worldview. It's a way of looking. And this way of looking was developed, was codified, was set down in the very practical teachings of the Yoga Sutra and the Bhagavad Gita, for example, after millennia of sustained observation of nature by rishis, ancient research scientists, who observed the phenomena of nature and learnt and shared how to work with them to realize our innate potential. We are remarkable, miraculous beings as humans. We have this amazing array of inbuilt divine capacities, divine in the sense that they help us see, they help us experience. And according to the great rishis, the masters of the yoga tradition, we are here to see ourselves and see each other, because we are emanations of the infinite creative potential that is consciousness that underlies everything. And so our job, if you like, our task, our duty, our responsibility, and our innate capacity is to relish and realize and recognize the wonder that is the source of everything and is the source of ourselves. In order to do this, we have to work with what is. And so, yoga says the point of life is our education, our enjoyment, and our emancipation. It's about becoming free of our limiting ideas, our false senses of identity. It's about remembering who we really are, beyond any name or label. Now, I don't know about you, but what I've noticed is that learning and revelation and letting go of ideas that no longer serve me, it's much easier to do that when I'm feeling good, when I'm feeling infused with joy, when I'm relishing beauty, when I feel optimistic and expansive. And so one key ingredient in whole life yoga, in real yoga practice, is the cultivation of joy and beauty. Not to deny the sorrow, the pain, the travail, but to recognize all of those things and then work with them so we can actually manage the ride of life, which is bound to be bumpy, more easily, and actually cultivate how we would like to feel. So yoga practice, let's practice how we want to feel. When I'm doing a yoga technique, it's really important that I practice how I want to feel the rest of the day, because yoga recognizes we will get good at what we practice. So if I practice being strained or stressed, I'm going to get good at being strained and stressed. There's no doubt about it. Life will sometimes bring to us all sorts of strains and stresses. So yoga says, train ourselves to navigate the ups, downs, comings, goings, expansions, contractions of life smoothly, skillfully, and as far as possible, joyfully, relishing the opportunity to grow, to learn, to discover more of the infinite vastness that is our essence and that we are part of. So in a whole life yoga back to school education program, what we're really doing is we're working to rehabilitate our inbuilt, innate human capacities to keep learning, to keep growing, to keep discovering more of ourselves all life long. Of course, when we're very small and we're growing bigger day by day, the growth that is the innate desire or tendency of incarnation, of manifest reality, is very obvious. But when we get older, we still have that capacity to recreate and renew our understandings of who we are. How do we do that? By cultivating a sense of wonder, of curiosity, of working with diligent inquiry, openness and discernment, working with these different pairs of opposites that we're always encountering in life, and seeing how we can bring them together so we can draw out their innate complementary potential. Yoga is about all of life. On a whole life yoga program, I just did one last weekend, and it was very heartening to hear some of the things people said. this reminds me why I love yoga and why I love life. And wow, it was so much more than I expected. I didn't realize yoga could be like this. So I'm very enthused to keep sharing as best as I can the time-tested teachings from the Indian tradition in ways that are relevant, vital, and relatable for anybody in the world today who would actually like to enjoy life more, to learn more, and become freer and freer of those limiting, unhelpful ideas that shackle us to pain and fragmentation, and instead step forwards in greater joy, greater beauty, greater sovereignty, with our tools of discernment more in our own hands, so we can actually relish the opportunity of life and do what we're here to do, which is to leave things that little bit better than we found them.